Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Harish. Today we are going to talk about universe. The Big Bang is 13.7 billion years ago. The universe is that time it was very small, then it expanded into a bigger than the galaxies, superclusters and everything. Then is here the superclusters. It is a big collection of clusters. The cluster means a very big collection of galaxies. In the galaxies, there are many stars which have many systems. In the Milky Way, in the galaxies there is the Milky Way. But in the Milky Way, there are 5 arms. One of them is Orion arm, in which that is our home arm. When we live in that, the solar system will be so tiny, but it will be very bright. So there are 8 planets in the solar system. They are known as Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. I didn't tell Pluto because it was a dwarf planet at 2006. So there are 5 dwarf planets. 4 dwarf planets. Pluto, Eris, Makemake, Oumuamua. But other dwarf planets have been also found, such as Sedna and Quaoar. There are also many comets. One of them is Halley's Comet. It is the most famous comet in history and the most famous short period comet. It comes every 75th year of our century. So we are calling that the Halley's year. Then there are small chunks of rock known as meteoroids and big chunks of often known as asteroids. When the asteroid is big than the meteoroid, so the asteroid is in big, the meteoroid is small. So what if one of them hit Earth? It will only make a crater. Like Mercury, our closest planet to the Sun, is the second hottest planet. But it is closer to the Sun. But the next Venus has an atmosphere which Mercury has practically no atmosphere. So it is a little bit hot. Venus has a thick one made entirely of carbon dioxide. So it will trap heat inside it and make the Venus is the first hottest planet, also known as the hottest planet in the solar system. Next is our planet Earth, the only planet which has life. But there are also many planets NASA has been found. But we don't know they have life or not. But there are many, but they divide into 2 categories. One of them is Kepler's and one of them is Gliese. And then the moons, the sun leave it, but the sun is orbiting around the planets is orbiting around the sun, and in the planet orbiting there are moons. For Mercury, there is no moons. Also, Venus has no moons. But from Earth, it has one moon. But the fifth largest moon in our solar system. Then Mars has two moons. But scientists think there are asteroids at first before collected by Mars's gravity. They are the smallest moons in the solar system. Then the smallest Deimos is the smallest moon in the solar system. Then the second smallest moon, Phobos, is also the moon of Mars. But Jupiter has many. There are 64 moons of Jupiter, but I am telling only 4. They are known as the Galilean satellites, named Europa, Io, Callisto and Ganymede. Europa is the only moon which has water beneath its icy surface. Io has many large volcanoes. Callisto has many craters, but not the biggest craters. But our moon has the biggest crater in the solar system, named the Antarctic Basin. Then is Ganymede. Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system and the only one with magnetic field. A magnetic field is a thing that protects a planet from the radiation to go into the planet from its star, hitting by very extremely small meteoroids. So it will burst out like the Venus's atmosphere is very thick and big as the asteroid Ceres. So the asteroid Ceres, it is big. So Venus's atmosphere extremely small and small meteoroids will not go into the surface of Venus. They will float out again. But very large meteoroids can go in it, but they break into small meteoroids in the atmosphere and become meteors in it and fall on Venus. But we eject some space junks into space. That space junks, if they come into Earth's atmosphere, they will burn as artificial satellites. The word artificial means man-made. So we have many satellites around the Earth, such as weather satellites, military satellites, Earth-watching satellites, telescopes. I know there are 3 main telescopes of Earth, known as the Hubble, the Spitzer, Chandra X-ray telescope. The Hubble Space Telescope is the NASA's famous telescope. The Hubble Space Telescope has one reflecting mirror, one watching mirror with cameras. It uses infrared, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma rays and etc. But our Spitzer Space Telescopes uses infrared. Infrared is a red color light from a red dwarf star. Infrared ring is around Saturn like that. But infrared is very light that cannot be seen our eyes. Such as gamma rays we can see from these big explosions known as supernova or hypernovae. Supernovae is an explosion of a supergiant, but an hypernovae is bigger than the largest supergiant VY Canis Majoris. So, UV Scuti is the biggest star known till now. But there are only one star bigger than that, known as the quasi star. It is the biggest star. Its core. Everything has a core. In even planets, stars. But galaxies don't have, because they have the supermassive black holes. But a quasi-star's core is a black hole. A black hole is a hole in space that gravity is infinite and volume is bigger. Volume has no volume, but density is also infinity. Opposite of black holes is white holes. They don't suck everything. They give light. But black holes don't. They swallow light. But white holes give lights. Like that, there are black dwarfs. They are the coolest stars in the universe. But at the center of our galaxy, I told, a black hole, a supermassive black hole. It is named the Sagittarius A. But telescopes such as Chandra, Hubble and Spitzer have spotted it. Hubble used its camera to see that. It uses redshift to do that. But the Spitzer telescope also uses redshift to see. But it is also swallowing stars and some of our Milky Way arm. But it is not swallowing our arm, the Orion arm. Now it has 4 arms. Name the Perseus arm, Sagittarius arm, globular cluster arm and the Orion arm. In the Orion arm we are living. Why it was named Sagittarius arm was the Sagittarius a black hole. It was the nearest arm. And when you can see the Milky Way with no light at night. But it can be only seen some days, not every day. So, it looks like that. Bigger than Milky Way is our colliding galaxy named Andromeda. It is the biggest and brightest in the local group. It has a supermassive black hole and other 27 known black holes. It is made of a double nucleus. You know, a single nucleus is a galaxy, but second nucleus is 2 things collide together make a one. So 2 Asian galaxies collided to form Andromeda. There are also many satellites, 3 main telescopes and other known satellites for other planets. Like Mercury as messenger and Venus has many Venera. But one experimental satellite known as Icaros goes further than Mars than asteroid belt later, then comes near Venus to explore it. Then there are many Veneras I told, but there were no rovers on Venus, but only one has been planned. But its surface was 4,500 degrees Celsius. The sun's surface is 10,000 degree Fahrenheit, also 30 13 million Celsius, and in kelvins 557 million Celsius Kelvin. But in the sun's core, the Fahrenheit is 50 million Celsius, and in Celsius it is 26 million. That's immeasurably hot. But in kelvins it is 10 lakhs. I didn't say that's wrong. 10 million. That's a hot. But the core converts hydrogen to smash into helium. When the sun becomes a red giant, now that hydrogen will be not there. Its helium will confuse into carbon. After it will come as a planetary nebula. Then it collides carbon to make little bit oxygen. Then in a wide dwarf, it technically does that for quite a 2 billion years. Then after it does silicon. Some stars, high mass stars, low mass stars use silicon, but the high mass stars also use an atom called iron. It is the biggest atom created by stars. Some are bigger than iron, but if you had one hydrogen and one hydrogen, if you collide it together, it will make deuterium. 2 deuteriums, 1 helium. 2 heliums, 1 carbon. 2 carbons, 1 oxygen. 2 oxygens, 1 silicon. 2 silicons, iron. After that there are many, but for good of health is only oxygen. But there are 3 greenhouse gases in everything, known as nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide, and methane. But in our greenhouse effective, it is 50% carbon, 11% carbon, 27% oxygen, and 75% nitrogen. So, and this is our end of the episode.